watching this, that means I have survived for 1 full year in Oklahoma, and this is my celebratory apple. I got 2 other celebratory things as well. The first one, they had grass-fed New York strip steak there for only $7.27 because they discounted the price. So I'm definitely gonna be having this for dinner. And I also got this guy. This is an English ivy, if I'm not mistaken, that I definitely did not just straight up steal from the Walmart. Anyways, I don't really have a plan for this video. I just knew I wanted to make some sort of video commemorating the fact that I've been living here in Oklahoma for a year now. But if you're new to the channel, you might have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. So for context, almost exactly 1 year ago today, I left home from Chicago, where I've been living for the last like 22 years. That's where all my family and friends and everything I had ever known was. I basically just took everything that I owned, shoved it into my little car, drove 800 miles out here to Oklahoma, and that's where I've been living for the past year. This is a good apple, but I would prefer if it was cold, if it was refrigerated. So I figured I'd make this video just to kind of recap the past year and just give you guys a little bit of a life update. It's pretty crazy thinking back on the time when I first got here because everything just seemed so foreign and so new and exciting and everything. Seeing some of the earliest camcorder footage I have from right when I got here, my studio just isn't even set up at all. I didn't even have a desk, is just so insane to me. Me and Coleman talk about it a lot, how it feels like it's been, 3 years or 4 years or something of us living here. But then there's other times where it feels like we've only been living here for like a couple months or something, which I guess is just the funny thing about how time works. Like, it's not even real. Time isn't even real. Nothing's real. It's really nostalgic for me now, even only a year later, to look back on the time when I first moved here. It's also weird because it feels like now we're so much settled into like a groove and a routine and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, living here doesn't really feel as novel and exciting as it did in the beginning, which that's just the nature of anything. It's not going to be as exciting as it was when you first started out. But honestly, the whole time living here in this house with Coleman and Caleb and Cole, which you should absolutely check out this episode of the Lodge podcast. We did a roommates episode and all 4 of us just talked and had a great time. But yeah, just being here in this house has been a total blessing, and it's been like honestly the perfect situation really just for all of us to kind of grow and develop and work on all the stuff that we work on. And I definitely feel like this year has been absolutely crucial for me in just kind of becoming more of a human being. Just all the responsibility that comes with doing like a bunch of adult stuff. It's really weird to think of it because in my head I'm still like 15 years old, but I'm definitely an adult now. Just the fact that I've been able to live on my own and survive for a year doing what I love to do, just making music and making YouTube videos. Legitimately, this version of myself that started all that began this journey would be completely blown away by the fact that I'm living the life that I'm living now. I'm definitely not gonna act like there hasn't been bad times and there hasn't been ups and downs while I've lived here. And I'm also certainly not saying that I'm living lavish by any means, but just the fact that I'm able to survive while doing also what I love, that is genuinely like my main goal in life. And so I have you guys to thank almost 100% for that, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. And the washing machine is super loud. I think I said this in my last update video, but a lot of the time it really feels like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not like accomplishing all the things that I set out to do, or working hard enough, or making enough money, or whatever, all these things. But even in that video, I look back on all the things that I've done and that we've done since living here, and it's a lot, man. We've done so much stuff that I really am truly proud of. There's a lot of things I didn't really ever envision myself doing, like performing live. We hosted a music production workshop, starting a band, filming music videos, becoming way better at drums and guitar and all the other instruments. Also, I just worked super hard and dropped a whole instrumental album. I'm not gonna go into all the things, but there's a lot to be proud of, and there's a lot that we've actually accomplished since being here. It's really easy to get sucked into the grind and just like day in, day out doing super hard work, but I think every once in a while it is important to take a step back and just look at everything that you have done. And it's just really exciting knowing that there's a lot more on the way, and we're basically not even getting started yet. In the video from when I moved here, one of my main focuses was just the fact that I felt like I was getting too comfortable and I felt like I needed to get outside of my comfort zone. And I feel like that's been a big thing that I and Coleman and both of us together have tried to kind of combat since we've been here. But we've tried tons of different methods and schedules to try to get around that. Tried waking up at 7 a.m. and like swimming right away and going for a walk in the morning. But it's really hard to coordinate all those things when like each of us both also have separate lives and separate things that we do as well. I hate how the lighting changes so much, man. Natural lighting looks really good, but the downside is that it changes every 5 seconds. But I feel like we've definitely gotten a lot better at narrowing it down to like how we can be the most productive. And we're on a pretty good schedule now. Like we stream and we do the podcast every week, and we've got like a couple little things that keep us kind of grounded. We're also gonna just start going a lot harder with park rangers and really make that a priority this year. And that's kind of just the whole spirit of what this year has been about, just like figuring things out. If there's one like massive piece of advice that I could give to anybody my age or younger, you are just not gonna have anything figured out out probably for like all of your 20s. And the quicker that you kind of embrace that idea that like, I don't have anything figured out and I'm just gonna try everything and see what works, the faster you're gonna grow and develop as a person. And that mindset has really helped me grow a ton this year, because I've just kind of figured out things that I like, things that I don't like, things that work, things that don't work. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was so stuck in my ways and like, this is the only thing that works and you have to get up at 5 a.m. and take a cold shower and all this other stuff that people tell you on the internet. But yeah, man, that's how it is. I'm a young kid, or I guess not really kid anymore. I'm a young adult and I'm just kind of figuring stuff out. And I honestly am just so grateful that all you guys are there to kind of share this journey with me and like, you know, actually care about any of the life updates I put out there and like any, you know, opinions and stuff that I share with you guys. Because it really means the world to me to see all your guys' comments and know that like I'm not alone in thinking a lot of things that I think and like feeling a lot of things I feel. And honestly, at this point, I know I probably just sound like a broken record, or I sound like I'm reading off a script or something, but I do genuinely really appreciate each and every single one of you. I say that a lot, and I say it a lot because I really mean it. I absolutely would not be here without each and every single one of you, and I don't take that lightly at all. The position that I'm in to be able to do any of this stuff is an incredibly fortunate one, and that's also something that I don't take lightly. Very few people have the opportunity to do what they love to do and support myself in the way that I am, and I really try to just work hard every single day to, you know, kind of make myself feel like I deserve that and like I've, you know, kind of earned that in some way. But whatever the case may be, I am just so grateful for this last year and just everything that it has taught me, everything I've been through, good or bad. And I know the title of this video is A Year on My Own, but it hasn't been on my own at all. I couldn't have been here and done any of this without Coleman and Coleman's family, Caleb, Cole, our other roommate, who's been such a good friend to me, and just all of the other really amazing people that I've met here who have made me feel welcome and made me feel at home here in Oklahoma. So yeah, sorry about the super rambly, just totally unplanned random video, but I felt like I've kept you guys updated and shared a lot of my journey with you all. Again, thank you all so much for, you know, just being here, man, and all the ways that you guys support me just by watching the videos and by all the nice things that you say to me. It really truly does mean the world, and it just kind of warms my heart that there's people out there who care about the stuff that I'm making and the stuff I'm doing. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'm gonna cook this steak now, and I will see you in the next video.